The allegation of corruption in government institutions like parliament, ministries, agencies and departments is a common song that has dominated the waves of Uganda. This necessitated the outbreak of the 23rd July March to Parliament demonstrations, with younger protesters demanding for a number of actions. In reaction, President Museveni revealed how protesters were sponsored by foreigners with the intentions of destabilizing the country, promising to crush them. However, according to civil society organizations, the only way corruption can be eliminated in the country through a combined approach involving all stakeholders, including the government, anti-corruption institutions, civil society, religious and cultural leaders, media and local council leaders.
We firmly believe that the fight against corruption requires the collective effort of all stakeholders, including government and corruption institutions, civil society, religious leaders, cultural leaders, the media, the local council leaders, and the general public. The growing discontent among the youth of Uganda has manifested in recent protests against corruption in the Parliament of Uganda. And on July 23, 2024, dozens of young people were arrested while attempting to march to Parliament in demonstration against high-level corruption. These protests, though deemed illegal by authorities, highlight the frustration and determination of the younger generation to hold their leaders accountable.
The challenge to it, we're already testing the negative fruits or the bitter fruits of corruption. Look at our roads, it's corruption. Look at our hospitals, it's corruption. Look at our schools, it's corruption. Look at how political parties are collapsing because of that money. So there is need for collective effort.
9.1 trillion that is lost to corruption, which my panelists talked about, is about 14% of our 72 trillion budget. And so we need to all rise up and stand against corruption. We need to all rise up and approach our leaders and challenge them to be accountable.
Among the remedies for corruption provided includes the strengthening of anti-corruption institutions with a call for adequate funding, resources and independence of anti-corruption bodies like the Police Anti-Corruption Division and the Inspectorate of Government. Others include the implementation of a campaign law, enhancing public awareness and engagement, among others.
These institutions should be empowered to carry out their mandates without political interference. Implementing campaign finance law, enacting comprehensive legislation to regulate campaign financing will help curb the influx of illicit funds in political process. This will address the drivers of corruption in electoral processes and political offices.
Malon Agaba from the Anti-Corruption Coalition Uganda called upon the president to have the proceeds of Prime Bill passed, saying this is one of the ways the corrupt can be forced to return their loot back into the national treasury.
We are calling upon the president that if indeed he is serious about fighting corruption, let us have the proceeds of Prime Bill passed. And this bill is very clear. It has two elements. One, that if you are convicted of corruption, you pay back what you have stolen. But also, if you're a public servant and you have assets that you can't explain how you acquired them, then the state, they should be able to enable the state take away that proceed from you.
In terms of standing for elective leadership positions, Felix Kafuma from Alliance for Finance Monitoring says individuals convicted of corruption should be barred from participating for a given period of time.
The law tends to be a bit soft on them, so it is important that I think moving forward, let's explore how, if you're convicted of corruption, beyond being incarcerated, you also don't have to stand for elective politics for a specified period as part of the tougher measures to clean our politics.
In the end, dialogue is all what Uganda needs to harmonize the government and the young generations, as Agaba explains.
And I think as a country, we need to dialogue. Young people are on the streets demonstrating because they feel they're not being given a voice to express the issues that concern them. So I feel that yes, dialogue is okay, but the issue is that the question should be, we are dialoguing on what?
John Baptista Humza, Church of Uganda, Family TV News at 8.